Women test men. It's something that happens, whether consciously or unconsciously. And the reason they do this is simple. They want to see if you're truly strong. They don't just want the man who shows up with charm, smooth words, or confidence. They want to know if you can handle what life throws at you. Testing is a way for her to measure your character, to see if you're truly who you say you are. But what makes a Stoic man different? Let's break down why women test strong men and how Stoic men respond in ways that make them irresistible. The first reason women test strong men is to see if they can trust them. Trust is the foundation of any meaningful relationship, and women want to know that a man will stand by her no matter what. They test your consistency, your reliability, and your ability to remain calm under pressure. When life gets tough, will you crumble, or will you remain grounded? A Stoic man passes this test effortlessly. He doesn't react to every challenge with panic or emotion. Instead, he faces difficulties with calm and composure. He doesn't need to prove his strength because it's evident in how he handles the world around him. The second reason women test strong men is to measure their emotional stability. Women want to know if you can handle not only your own emotions, but also hers. Can you remain composed when she's upset, when she's challenging you, or when the situation demands strength? Most men, when tested emotionally, overreact. They get defensive, anxious, or even angry. A Stoic man, however, remains calm. He doesn't react to emotions, his own or others. He understands that emotions are fleeting, and he knows the power of emotional control. By staying steady, he shows that he is not easily shaken, and that emotional stability makes him someone a woman can rely on. If this resonates with you, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell for more insights like this. The third reason women test strong men is to determine their boundaries. They want to know how far they can push you, how much they can challenge you without you backing down. The way you respond to these tests tells her if you have self-respect and the ability to enforce healthy boundaries. When you don't allow yourself to be pushed beyond your limits, when you stand firm on your principles and values, you create a sense of respect. A Stoic man knows his boundaries and doesn't let anyone, including a woman, cross them. He remains polite and firm without becoming hostile or aggressive. His strength comes from the confidence in knowing exactly who he is and what he will or won't tolerate. The fourth reason women test strong men is to see if they can maintain their integrity. In a world full of distractions and temptations, integrity is one of the rarest and most powerful qualities a man can possess. Women test whether you can stay true to your word, stick to your values, and do the right thing, even when no one is watching. A Stoic man doesn't waver in his principles. He doesn't make excuses or justify his actions. His integrity is his strength, and it's a silent power that commands respect. When you consistently act in alignment with your values, you pass this test effortlessly. Women respect a man who can stand by his integrity, no matter the situation. The fifth reason women test strong men is to gauge their patience. Women often test how patient a man is when things aren't going their way. They want to know if you will tolerate delays, setbacks, or moments of uncertainty without losing your cool. Impatience is a sign of weakness. A man who lacks patience is easily rattled, and that instability is unattractive. A Stoic man, on the other hand, knows that things will unfold in their own time. He doesn't rush through life or expect immediate results. His patience is a reflection of his inner calm and his understanding that life's best moments are often the ones that require time. This patience speaks volumes about your strength. It shows that you are in control of your own pace, and you're not desperate to force anything into existence. The sixth reason women test strong men is to assess their level of independence. A woman wants to know if you can thrive without her, if you are someone who has a life of your own, filled with passion, purpose, and direction. She doesn't want a man who is overly dependent on her for validation or fulfillment. When you show that you are self-sufficient, emotionally, mentally, and even physically, she sees that you don't need her to complete you. You are already whole. A Stoic man embodies this independence. He has his own goals, his own ambitions, and his own interests. His life is rich and meaningful, with or without her. This independence makes him attractive because it shows that he is a man of substance, someone who doesn't rely on external sources to define his worth. The seventh reason women test strong men is to determine if they can inspire respect. Respect isn't something you can demand. It's something you earn through your actions, behavior, and consistency. Women test how you handle challenges, how you treat others, and how you carry yourself in difficult situations. A Stoic man doesn't seek to be admired. He simply lives with integrity, discipline, and strength, and those qualities inspire natural respect. He doesn't need to shout about his accomplishments or constantly prove his worth. Instead, his actions speak louder than any words ever could, and through this silent strength, respect is freely given to him. When you inspire respect without needing to force it, you become someone others want to follow. And that's a rare quality that attracts women. The 8th reason women test strong men is to see how well they handle rejection. It's not about whether or not you get rejected. It's about how you respond to it. Rejection is inevitable in life, but how you deal with it can reveal a lot about your character. A Stoic man doesn't take rejection personally. He doesn't become angry or disheartened. He accepts it gracefully and moves forward, knowing that rejection is just a part of the process, not a reflection of his worth. By maintaining your composure in the face of rejection, you show resilience and inner strength. You demonstrate that no external event can shake your confidence or self-respect, and that's what makes you truly attractive. The 9th reason women test strong men is to see how well they deal with pressure. Life can be stressful, and relationships can bring their own set of challenges. Women want to know how you handle those high-pressure moments, whether it's dealing with conflicts, balancing priorities, or managing stress. A Stoic man remains composed under pressure. He doesn't let stress control him. Instead, he finds solutions with a calm and clear mind. When you handle pressure with grace, you not only show your strength, but also demonstrate that you can be relied upon in times of difficulty. This ability to stay cool under fire is exactly what makes a man stand out, especially when others would break down. The 10th reason women test strong men is to measure their ability to lead. Women want to know if you can take charge when the situation calls for it. They want to see if you can make decisions confidently, direct situations effectively, and lead by example. A Stoic man leads not through force, but through quiet strength and decisiveness. He doesn't push people around or dominate conversations. Instead, he makes decisions based on wisdom, reason, and what's best for everyone involved. When you lead with calm authority and without ego, people naturally follow. Women are drawn to men who can lead with integrity, knowing that they'll be safe and supported by their decisions. The 11th reason women test strong men is to understand their capacity for growth. Women want to know if you're a man who can evolve, learn from mistakes, and improve yourself. Growth isn't just about physical strength or achievements. It's about emotional intelligence, self-awareness, and the willingness to change when needed. A Stoic man embraces growth as a lifelong process. He doesn't shy away from his flaws or weaknesses. Instead, he uses them as opportunities to improve. When you show that you're committed to becoming a better version of yourself, without arrogance or impatience, women see that you're a man who values progress and understands the importance of personal development. This constant growth makes you an even stronger, more attractive presence because it shows you are not static. You are always evolving and becoming the best version of yourself. The 12th reason women test strong men is to see how well they handle their own vulnerabilities. Being strong doesn't mean being invulnerable. It's about embracing your imperfections and acknowledging your weaknesses without letting them define you. Women test how you handle vulnerability because they want to see if you're truly human. Can you show emotion? Can you admit when you don't know something? Are you capable of allowing yourself to be open? A Stoic man doesn't shy away from his vulnerabilities. Instead, he embraces them, learns from them, and moves forward with even more strength. This ability to balance strength and vulnerability is incredibly attractive. It shows that you're not afraid of being authentic, and that authenticity is what makes you stand out. The 13th reason women test strong men is to see how well they can navigate conflict. Conflict is a natural part of life, especially in relationships. But it's how you handle conflict that determines your strength. Do you avoid confrontation, or do you face it head-on with calm and clarity? A Stoic man handles conflict with dignity and poise. He doesn't engage in petty arguments or escalate situations. Instead, he listens, reflects, and responds thoughtfully. This calm approach to conflict resolution is what makes him truly strong. He doesn't need to win every argument. He values the peace and understanding that comes from resolving conflicts with respect and patience. when you can handle conflict without losing your composure. It demonstrates emotional intelligence and maturity, qualities that women deeply admire. The 14th and final reason women test strong men is to see if they are consistent. Consistency is a true measure of strength. Anyone can show strength in a moment of crisis, but the real test is whether you can maintain that strength day in and day out, through the highs and lows. A Stoic man remains consistent in his actions, emotions, and behavior. He doesn't fluctuate based on external circumstances. He stays grounded in his values and principles, no matter what life throws at him. When you are consistent, women can rely on you. They know what to expect, and they know that they can trust you to remain the same, even when the world is changing around you. Consistency builds trust, and trust is the foundation of any lasting relationship. It's the ultimate test passed by the Stoic man, and it's what makes him truly strong in the eyes of women.